Hello, good morning, and welcome in. Happy Sunday. How is everyone doing? How are you guys hanging in out there? I want to talk to you guys about some really cool products that I got this week from some of our lovely, lovely supporters. So I want to show you guys some of these products today, and I want to talk to you guys about how we need to utilize our imagination this year and not playing with anything. We're putting all of our tools to use this year. That is literally what we're doing. We're putting every tool we have to use this year. We're not leaving anything on the should, could. Hey, Nessa's Wellness, how are you? I'm about to start talking about your stuff. I'm letting a few more people come in, and then we're going to start talking about your good stuff. I am so excited about it. Oh, hello, Deirdre. How are you? So good to see you. Yes, we're going to be talking about some really cool products. I have a backstory that I want to share with you guys. It's good to see you too, about the products that we're going to be talking about this morning. So first of all, they're called Melanated Moods. But here on TikTok, it's True. I'm going to ask somebody, Nessa, can you type it in for me? True.2.source.me. That's their @ So put that in the chat, and I'm gonna pin it so that people can come follow you. So this is the thing. The young lady who created it, her and her beautiful partner, I've known her for years. I've known Nessa for years, and she started off as like a student, and we were working together, working through some things. And so to see her come from where we started to now having these fantabulous products is just, I'm in mama mode. I'm so proud. I am so proud of them. So let me start showing you guys some of this stuff. First of all, it came in this lovely box, and they sent me all the goodies, like all of the goodies. So yes, at True Melanated, that's what it is. Thank you, love. At True Melanated. Let me pin it. Hold on. Hey, Heber. Let's see. How do I pin the comment, Keisha? Come on. Pin. Boom. Okay. So at True Melanated, everybody go follow them. She and her partner have created the most beautiful line. I'm going to show you some of the things that she sent me. These are their herbal blends, right? So we know with herbal blends, you can do, hey, Lady Butterfly, you can do a lot of things with herbal blends. You can make teas, you can, do what you need to do. But this one is sultry. Look at that pretty packaging and how beautiful all these herbs are. She sent me a sweet one, and we've got sleep and spirit. I love how cute they are. And these are resealable, which is top tier. Good morning, Heber. Because like once you get herbs, especially sometimes you're not going to use all this at once. You can reseal these once you open them. Love, love, love it. Love it, love it. She sent a pen and says, I'm ready to go in my next step in my career. Hey, Dales. Hey, Michelle. She has this beautiful, beautiful candle. And I want y'all to see the logo, so y'all know y'all are following the right account. It's at True Melanated here on Instagram. This beautiful, beautiful candle smells amazing. And when I first got these products, my baby girl was with me and she kept saying how amazing everything smells. They have perfumed oils. She also made this beautiful, beautiful bracelet, which I will be rocking this week, right? And this says True to Source. which is a part of their brand, as well as she got a body scrub in here for those who like body scrubs. There's all sorts of goodies, all sorts of goodies. She even gave a journal. My intuition is always guiding me in the right direction. I want you guys to see that. So definitely go support True Melanated. I can't say enough of how proud I am of them both. And that we would definitely be using this. She also sent potpourri as well. I just love the logo. This is so cute. I love the logo. So thank you so much for sending me these things. I'm having to fight your virtual niece to keep her out of the box and said, hey, this is for mama. Hey, Jay. She also has this amazing oil that my baby was like, Mom, it's so dreamy. It smells so good. So I've been trying to keep her out of my box. So thank you so much. I also got some products this week from another very beautiful and powerful soul. If you guys are interested in other oils and things like that, her name is Coastside Conjure. So you can go follow Coastside Conjure. She sent me this fantabulous Aphrodite oil. And if you don't know anything about Aphrodite, I'm going to tell you, she was powerful. She was that girl. Okay, she got what she wanted. And Aphrodite is more than just love. It is allure. It is a drawing something to you sweetly, powerfully, and definitively. And this is that oil. She really did conjure this, because it is to the point where the first time I wore this, the person in front of me, you know how people are like, oh, I'm gonna pay it forward. They had paid for my coffee. Like, my daughter was playing in it, as she always does. She ended up live visibility restricted. Okay, that's fine. Needed. Yeah, so go to Coastside Conjure. But it works. It worked upon my first use. She also has these hand poured candles that are absolutely beautiful. I don't know if you can see them. Yeah, it's got like pearls, has the seashells and all the things. She even sent an Aphrodite lip balm, which is amazing, and it feels good. So go check out Coastside Conjure. Go follow them, get some products from them. Go to Melanated Moods. Go get some products from them, like True Melanated here on TikTok. It's definitely worth it. Those are two people that I trust, and I know that the stuff is good. So y'all definitely go check that out. So I wanted to talk to you guys about utilizing your imagination, okay? I said last week, we're going to work our set in 2026. Whatever you have in your back pocket, whatever tool that you have, we are running it up. You are so welcome. And one of the tools that a lot of people don't really realize is so powerful is your imagination. Now, there is a man, or was a man, because he's no longer with us, named Neville Goddard. And I'm sure y'all have heard of Neville Goddard before. But if you have not, he was amazing before his time. And he had a book called Your Imagination is God. And so today I want to talk to you about the top 5 points in that book. I love his books too. Yes, I listen to him all the time, especially when you need that infusion of like, okay, this is where I'm directing my thoughts. And it is the beginning of the year. We have a lot of things that we want to accomplish this year. So one of the things that we're going to use is our imagination. And he talked about how your imagination is God. If you see me looking over here, it's because I took notes so I wouldn't lose my place. Took me a while to get used to all the biblical references. I know it does, because it's like really full. One of the good things that you can do is break it down with like a chat GPT and ask for the metaphysical meaning of it. And that'll definitely help. But the first thing when he talked about with God is your imagination, right? God is in you. Your imagination is the human integration of God, right? They begin the story of Bible with, God creating the earth or whatever, which is a metaphor for the fact that we're supposed to be creating, right? As gods, we're supposed to be out here doing the thing, creating the thing. And you cannot do it without utilizing the tool of your imagination, right? It is what causes you to be able to physically see it and for it to be programmed into your mind. Now, once you start to imagine it, right? Once you start to put that into play, the thing that hardens it into a fact is assumption. Now, part of one of the many laws of the universe is the law of assumption, assuming that something has happened, assuming that something is already yours. When you assume that you're already going to experience this or you have experienced this, that hardens the imagination thing into a fact, right? So you're going to, let's say you want a new car, you want a black Mercedes Benz, you want a GLK, whatever it's called. You see yourself driving that thing, right, in your imagination. And I'm going to tell you to take things one step further. In any instance where you can add a real life occurrence with what you are desiring, manifesting, creating, imagining, it is a great idea. So if you're wanting a car, go to the dealership, take a test drive. You are considering purchasing this car. When you are taking the test drive, okay, we're in 2026, we're using all of our tools. Take a picture of your hands on the steering wheel, okay? Place it in that bathroom mirror. You see it every day, right? Take a picture of the inside of that car. Put it on that mirror. You're going to see yourself driving it every day. When you are getting into the vehicle that you currently have, see yourself in the other vehicle. Now you have a physical occurrence that has happened. You have driven the car. You know what it feels like. You know what your hands look like in it. Good morning. And so now when you imagine yourself driving and you assume that you're going to have it, all of these things are building momentum in order to pull this thing into your current reality, right? So once you've done that, you're gonna have to really focus on the feeling, right? People don't put as much emphasis on the feeling as I do, because the feeling is really what's telling your nervous system, your subconscious mind, your heart, and everything that it has happened. What does it feel like when you finally get that car, when you finally hit that money goal, when you finally are feeling healing? What does it feel like? Are you relaxed? Are you excited? Whatever the feeling is, that's what you really need to get in the groove of, because that feeling is letting your nervous system know that the thing has happened. Your nervous system is the barometer to you getting what it is that you've asked for. If I told you today or tomorrow, I put a check in the mail for you and it'll be there on Wednesday. This $10,000 check is on its way to you in the mail and you'll have it by next Wednesday. What would your feeling be? It would not be anxiousness. It would not be, oh my gosh, I hope the money comes. Oh my goodness, I'm still asking for the thing, right? Asking for the thing is saying that you don't have it. Hey, Yvonne. Asking for the thing is saying you don't have it. It's excitement, right? Excitement. I'd be really excited because at this point, I've assumed that it's mine, right? You told me it was coming. Same thing with the universe. When I asked, you said it was coming. So now I'm just going to start to prepare for what I'm going to do with it once I get it. That's saying this thing is really happening, right? I'm writing a list of things I want to buy. I'm thinking about where I'm going to go, what tickets I'm going to buy. Like, you starting to do things that support the fact that it's coming for you. And that's a big part of it coming in faster, right? That's why it's a lot quicker to come in, because you're physically relaxed, you're excited, you're like, oh my gosh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. Let's say you're manifesting a new couch. Okay, I gotta get the carpets clean, I gotta get rid of the old sofa, right? You start to do the thing that's letting your outside world know that I'm making room for something, right? So we're feeling it. It's like, okay, that's great. And now that we're starting to do the physical things to actually support what it is that we're trying to bring in, subconscious is like, okay, this is true. This is happening. Like, let's prepare ourselves. You'll see yourself start to have dreams about it. You're going to start seeing things more. I've noticed this a lot, especially when I've been manifesting vehicles in the past. Once I get specific, on that one car. And I'm sure you can attest to that. Once you start like, okay, this is what I want, you see it everywhere. They be at red lights. They be in a parking lot. I be like, this car is everywhere. Everybody got this car. No, everybody does not have this car. You are pulling it to you. You be seeing it everywhere. Exactly. Like you literally see it everywhere because you're drawing it to you. So it's coming physically closer and closer and closer, and it's becoming more prevalent because that's how much closer it is to you now than when you first started. Before you even decided what type of vehicle you wanted, you didn't really see the thing because you weren't noticing it, because you weren't attracting it. Excuse me. So you really want to take those instances, those occurrences as the universe saying, you're headed in the right direction. Yep, that's what we're doing. And that is because the outer world is a mirror of what's going on in here. Okay? The outer world is a mirror to what's going on in here. That is why we have to control what is going on in here. Hey girl, hey. So if we're not going to do anything else this year, we're going to utilize all of our tools. We're going to use our imagination. We're going to monitor our thoughts the best way that we can. And this isn't something that you're going to be perfect at, but it's something that as you do it over time, it gets more and stronger and stronger. So we're going to imagine the thing, right? Whatever it is that we want. Then we're going to actually go do the physical thing that's going to support what we're imagining. We're going to assume that we've already gotten it. Now it's in the subconscious. Now we're going to start seeing it. An algorithm. There you go. Now we're going to start seeing it because the outer world is mirroring what's inside. I want you guys to get into utilizing your imagination. This isn't something that you're clearly going to be able to do all day, every day, because we have things to do. I'm seeing that with a job that I want now. And now I see everyone talking about it. And I'm asking, yes, because you're pulling it into you. What I got to do to get in that field. Yeah, that's what you do. So now that you know that it's coming to you because you're seeing it everywhere, now start taking the steps that you need to get into that field. If it's starting to take a class, and this is another thing. If you can't afford something this year, or so you think, do the thing that's right next to it. Whatever that field is that you're wanting to get into, it may require some schooling, right? Excuse me, y'all. This Texas weather has been insane. It's gone from 80 to 30 in a day. But what you want to do is then YouTube, Chat GPT, utilize the tools that you do have and get information on that field. Start studying now, right? Whether you can get into the school or not, whether you can take the test or not, start researching and studying on your own. Same thing with people who, I've heard a lot of people that are like, okay, I want my business to be this successful. I want to have this much. I want to do this, but I can't afford so-and-so's coaching. Fine. You can afford YouTube. You can afford YouTube. They tell you to surround yourself with what it is that you want. Surround yourself with people who are like where you're going. Hey, not your saint. So if that is the case, start watching coaches on YouTube that are like how you want to be. I graduated in December. I'm just looking through the job market. Congratulations on graduating. Like, I'm so proud of you. Congratulations, congratulations. That is so dope. I'm so proud of you. Congratulations. And you're going to get into where you're trying to go, but you know that already. So, hey, so we're going to stop limiting ourselves, because when we limit ourselves, we're putting a limit on spirit. You're God. You don't have any limits. Just quick, make some adjustments, right? If you can't afford that coach, go find a video of someone else who's in that field, who's in that arena, who looks like you want to look, who's doing what you want to do, and binge it. Binge watch. Take notes. Because what you will realize is that opportunity that you're wanting is going to come to you, and then you're going to be prepared. It's not about waiting until everything is perfect. It's not about waiting until everything is lined up. No, we're going. We're reading the books. We're watching the videos. We're taking the notes. We're doing the meditations. We're saying the prayers. We're working with our ancestors, with our spirits, with all of the things. So don't limit yourself this year, right? Just go and do, and stop second guessing yourself. If it's something that you desired, it's something that you are supposed to have. Not everybody wants to be a multimillionaire. For some people, they are perfectly fine, right? With wherever they are. If you desire the big house, if you desire whatever, it's because it's supposed to be yours. I still use the paid in full tool. Yes, I love that. That's one of my favorites. Where, excuse me, I'm going to explain what she's talking about. At the beginning of the month, you take all of your bills, right? Paid in full. If you want to get fancy with it, because that's literally all you have to do. If you want to get fancy with it, you get a white candle, a little olive oil or a money oil, and a little oregano. If you don't have oregano, you might have Italian seasoning in your kitchen cabinet. That has oregano in it. Sprinkle a couple of drops of oil. You can even burn the bill and let the ashes go in the wind, or you can just set the candle on top. Works. It just works. I can't tell you the who, the what, the when, and the why, but it works. Paid in full. And you really don't even have to have the candle. That's old Bobby Hemmett. He said that his partner at the time would literally do that at the beginning of her month. And she would ritualize it. Just said it definitely works. It does. I've done that for years. It works, it works, it works. And it's one of those things where she would ritualize it. At the beginning of every month, she would sit down. She would write everything down. And then she would go from there. And he's like, every time. And then when the bill would get paid, she'd draw a line through it. Bill get paid, she would draw a line through it. Worked every month. But one of the things that the ancestors have been saying for a lot of people in a lot of readings this week is y'all need to ask for more. You're not asking for enough. You're limiting yourself. We'll use the bills as an example, right? Of course, do it for the month. But why not say, I want everything paid for the year. I want my mortgage paid for the year. I want my rent paid for the year. I want everything on auto pay. So I don't even have to think about it. That is something that they're saying you'll need to expand. And not just y'all, they meant me too. We all need to think bigger, ask for more. There is more. There is an abundance of resources, and things are coming quicker because the times have changed. The energy has shifted, okay? We have to expand. I was just telling my baby to expand her mind. This conversation is confirmation. Yeah, expand, want more. There's more information, resources, abundance, prosperity available now than there ever has been. People are making way more, doing way less. Let go of the trope that you have to work hard to get what you want. That is not this age. That is not the age of Aquarius. That is not this time. That is not the shift. That is not what you have to do. You do not have to work hard. You have to align. You have to attract. And you have to be definitive in standing on what it is that you want, need, and desire, and that it is owed to you, because that is what you came back here to experience, to receive, right? If your goal this year is to expand and strengthen on your spiritual gifts, create a routine, create a ritual where that is what the focus is, right? Talking to your ancestors. Okay, who in the family had this gift? Asking by name. Hey, Art by Marie. That's what you're going to do. You're going to start asking for names, because for a lot of us, the ancestors who are most active in your spiritual court You don't even know them. They came way before you. There are some people who are, you know, you got close family and friends that you did know that are in your spiritual court. But for a lot of y'all, myself included, a lot of the people that are crazy active in my spiritual court, they never knew me. Ages and ages and ages ago. So you need to start asking for names and detaching the names to what you're trying to utilize, imagine, manifest. Excuse me. I'll give you an example. Thank you. Here's an example. You're trying to manifest more money this year. Okay? So I want you to go sit with your ancestors and say who in the family, who in the family who is uplifted, benevolent, and wishes my greatest and highest good is the most powerful with pulling in money. Who was it? And when you hear the name, write it down. Don't second guess it. Okay? Don't question it. Write the name down. If you are trying to be healthier, right? If you're trying to manifest healing in your body. She said, yes, I've done this. Go sit down with your people and say, who was the healer in our family? Get a name. And what you do, I can attest to what she says. It is true from personal experience. It is. The reason why you need that name is so that when you go to sit in your imagination, when you go into your meditation, when you go into prayer, you're going to call them by name. I'm going to just say Aunt Sherry. I don't know why I'm saying Aunt Sherry. If somebody got an Aunt Sherry on the other side, that's who's helping. But you say Aunt Sherry, wake up. I need help with XYZ. I know you good with this. I know you can draw this in. I need you to show me creative ways beyond my physical sight to bring this into my permanent reality, right? Ask them what they like to eat, what they like to drink. Start leaving out offerings specifically for that ancestor and ask them to work that area of your life with you. You need a name because part of ancestral veneration and work is about getting to know not just your people, but yourself. When you're getting to know whomever this is, you're getting to know parts of you that you did not know. She's going to show you how to work yourself to get what you want because y'all have the same DNA, same bloodline. She knows what's going to work for you. What's going to work for you ain't going to work for me. And that's why 2026 is the year of getting to it, and getting to it how you get to it. Not how I do it, not how Paul does it, not how Samantha does it, but how you do it. Because the way that your people did it is going to hit quicker for you. It's already aligned with your DNA. It's already aligned with your bloodline. It's already approved. So go do it. But you got to do it with your people. You got to get some names. You can't just be talking into the void. The time out is now for just random. No, I need a specific ancestor. What if you can't leave an offering because of space? I don't live by myself anymore. That is a really good question. You can do things on their behalf, right? If you find out something that they like, you can either eat it yourself, consume it yourself on their behalf. You can go to a park and leave it by a tree if it's something like that. You can also do things in their name, right? If you choose to help a homeless person on their behalf, if you choose to, if they were really heavy in the church, right? I've had people do this. They've had ancestors that were super heavy in the church and they were like, well, I'll send an offering to a church in your name, right? And they'll do that. It's 2026. You can go online, send an offering to any church and be like, okay, I'm doing this in the name of, and just write out that ancestor's name. So these are all the things that you can do on their behalf. Yes, leaving it by a tree has helped me. Absolutely. Especially if you had ancestors who worked the land. Any ancestor who ever worked the land, any ancestor that was knowledgeable about the land. And for most of us on here, just your people. So you can leave stuff by trees because then the animals feed off of it. The earth feeds off of it. And it really does bring a full circle to all of that. But if you can't leave it in your space, don't even worry about it. Just do things on their behalf. But that's what we need names this year. We're getting names. That is crazy that you said helped the homeless because I just gave a man $5 while I was listening. Love that. I love that. Because we're actually being called to make this normal. Make it normal. Make it normal in your household. That this is what I'm doing. And not necessarily for the household, but for you. Do you know what I'm saying? Because there are people in my household that are not, excuse me, in this, but I am. So I make it normal for myself. How do I make it normal? I get up in the morning, I'm going to burn some ancestor money. It's just going to happen. I'm going to burn a note every day. Every day. And just a pro tip, when I was deep down, like I needed help financially, I was like, the next year cannot look like that year looked. Every day I burned an ancestor note. Every day. Whether I was gone or not, I burned an ancestor note. I remember I was visiting my family. I literally would get in my car, drive across town to like this open field, pull out my little cauldron and light and let it blow, and then go back to the house. I was like, oh, I gotta go get a Coke or something, a cup of coffee. And I made it my business that year, and it definitely made an impact. When you say ancestor note, is that like a mini petition? Now I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. Hold on one second. I'm gonna grab one. It can be made a petition. And I'm glad you asked that, Huber, because it can be a petition. But I'm talking about these, like ancestor money. If you go on Amazon, Etsy, whatever, it's called Joss paper, Joss. Now, there are people that tell you, don't get it on Amazon. Don't do this, don't do that. Listen, okay, get it where you get it. I like to make sure that it has his face on it since he's in charge of currency. That's the Jade Emperor. I bless my own ancestor money. You the power, right? So wherever you get it from, yeah, because I just get it on Amazon. They can go wherever. Like, you bless it. When you get it, you set the intention that this is for my ancestors and that they're going to receive it. You tell the Jade Emperor, let them receive it quickly so that I can get what it is that I need. And when I get ready to burn it, I call it the ancestral moneygram. And I've said this a billion times, but either on the front or the back, I'll write out to my ancestors what it is that I need. And then I'm like, I'm sending you money, send back what I need. And if you have that name, it goes even quicker. The name moves things. The name moves things. Because you imagine, he said, oh, it really does work. I actually did it this week with something that I needed. And I needed it the next day, literally. I was like, it was the next day. I was like, I need this in 24 hours. Uncle so-and-so, aunt such and such, because this was in their bag. I know this is what they were good with. I said, all right, I'm going to send y'all some specific requests. Here's the money for y'all, but I also need y'all to show up and show. The next day, by like 6 a.m., it had happened. So use them names. Use them names this year. Write those names down. And it will also empower your conversations. Could you imagine, like, if nobody ever called you by name, they just lumped you in a group? It doesn't feel as engaging. It doesn't feel personal. You really don't feel the need to stay there, right? You may pass through or whatever, but you don't want to stay there. But if somebody's talking to you, he said that's true, and they're calling you by name, you're engaging with them. We're learning from our people this year, firsthand. Absolutely. That's what you're trying to do. We're engaging the ancestors. I remember them telling me last year that a lot of y'all ain't getting no results from your ancestral requests because y'all not putting people to work. You're just saying to the group, if somebody could possibly send this to me if they have time. It's not as powerful as saying, hey, Aunt Sherry, it's me, Keisha. I need you to get me this job. Because they said you always had a job. So tell me what I need to do. She's going to be like, all right, baby, let me show you what you need to do. And when you get the directions, y'all, please follow the directions. Please follow directions. I don't care how crazy it sounds. I don't care how you be like, did she say burn the onion skin? What? Did she say turn around 3 times and hop on my right foot? Do it. She said, yes, Lord. Just do it. Just do it. You got to remember that they used methods and tools that worked for them. That means it's going to work for you because they are you and you are them. Not everything they did was conventional, but it got a result. And we want results this year. We're not playing around. We're not playing around. We want it. We want what we said we wanted. We want it now. It's JG Wentworth over here, okay? Exactly. So we're engaging the ancestors this year. We're being like, okay, I need a house. You, Uncle John, go help me work on the house. I need a new job. Aunt Marsha, go get that. I need a car. You go get that. You go get that. Assignments. You're working together. Right? We're working together in concert, making sure they're fed, they're elevated. And one of the things you need to remember is as you're learning, as you're growing, as you're expanding, so are they. You're benefiting them as well. It should never be one-sided. And there's a creator on here. Her name is Sydney. She had a video that she posted about when she first started her ancestral journey, and she was like, oh, great and holy ancestors, I praise your name, and And now she'd be like, yo, this is what I need, and I need it today. So you listen, you my dog, right? Go get it. Like, the energy has to shift. You honor them, you respect them, but you're not worshiping them. You don't worship nothing outside of self, right? If it ain't in here, too bad, too sad. Even with your deities, you're not worshiping your deities. You're working with them because they're parts of you. That's whatever part of you that needs to be brought to the forefront, right? Yeah, that makes sense. We're not worshiping anything. That's why I find it hilarious when people from other belief systems will be like, oh my God, you're worshiping Ganesh. No, I'm not. Absolutely not. But is that my homeboy? Absolutely. Do we get to it? Yes, we do. Because that's the part of me that can knock down any block. Big facts. Okay, Carbon 12, because that's what we do over here. Okay? If I need some stuff, like they say, I got friends on the other side. If I have some things that need to get moved, La Santisma, like, what are we doing? Mama Murthe, what are we doing? Get to it. They need to become a part of you. You need to be comfortable with them. You see that? Like, you need to let me invite this cousin that had a lot to say. Yeah, because I'm not worshiping anything outside of myself. That's a part of the shadow work. That's a part of the shadow work. Because you realize that everything around you is a mirror image of you. Every friend you have, every family member, every circumstance you come in contact with, you like, oh, wait, that's me. So when you keep hitting that same thing over and over, could you repeat what you just said? My sound went out, the part about other belief systems. Okay, yeah. With confidence, I just know my spirit team is with me. Absolutely, Jess. So basically what I was saying was when other belief systems are like, oh, you worship Ganesh. Oh, you worship Santa Muerte. No, I don't. That's what I was saying. They are my friends on the other side, and we work together in concert, and we work very well together. Okay? If you're not speaking the truth, a direct reflection. Yeah, and that's what you begin to realize. That's part of the shadow work, is that you realize that everything is a reflection of you. Everything is why you're going through something. It's not other people, it's you. Right? And so what you start to do is it changes how you handle situations, right? Went through some crazy-ish last year. Happened 4 times. Every time I was like, all right, So what part of me is not? What part of me is just not? Because she keep popping up, and this gonna be the last time, okay? Because mama tired. So let's get in here. Let's fast, right? Let's figure out what we fasting from. Is it water? Is it food? Is it TikTok? Is it alcohol? What is it? What we fasting from? Because I need to get clarity. Fasting is about getting clarity, giving up something to receive something, right? And once I did that and I focused and I realized what it was, then I was like, okay, cool. Let me go and meditate on this because I'm not doing this next year. I'm just not. And so that's how you know your shadow work has worked, when you start working yourself. My supervisor from my internship told me that too, so I know I needed it. Yeah. Sometimes we're our worst enemy. Sometimes we're the problem. Sometimes it is us. And that is okay, because that is a part of our human journey. And that's how you know when people are like, that they didn't do their shadow work. Because when they go back to said religion, they don't just go quietly. They feel the need to demonize what they were doing first, and then they go back. It's because you didn't do the shadow work. You didn't. You saw the dark figure in the corner and you freaked the heck out, instead of being like, what parts of me is that trying to get seen? What part of me have I hidden so far down that now it scares me? I need to figure out what that is, alchemize that thing, and put it to my benefit. It's not a shadowy figure. It's you. What parts of you are so deep in the shadow that it's terrifying because you haven't dealt with this trauma since you were 3. You pushed it so far down until now it's completely unrecognizable and it looks like the boogeyman, but the boogeyman is you. And once you befriend the boogeyman, now you can move forward and you're not scared anymore. You actually got a friend that when things get tough and things get hot, you can put to your use. That's why shadow work is consistent. It's not something that you just do and that's over with. At every stage, right? New levels, new devils, new shadow work, new things to work on. And that's why this has to be normal for you. It has to be something that you do every day in one way, shape, form, whatever it looks like for you. It's not going to look like this. It's not going to look like this. It may be like when you're making your coffee in the morning, you stirring in abundance and prosperity and protection, because coffee does all of those things. Stop running from yourself. That's it. Running from yourself. When you're looking at your work, if you do work with deities or angels, right? Whoever you work with, know that, of course, you do your research first, right? Because out of respect, you need to know as much about this energy entity as you can, right? Because you don't go into nothing blind, so that you can approach correctly. Take the time to get to know them. They get to know you, right? How they work with you is not how they're going to work with Keisha, right? Get to know them for yourselves, because all of this information that we do have in these books and things, it was their experience with this energy. I want you to think about it simplified as you. How you are with your mama is not how you are with your best friend, is not how you are with your coworker, is not how you are with someone you just met. There are different versions of you, thank you, that show up for everybody in your life, depending on where they fall in your life. It's the same thing with deities and energies. They're going to work with you how they work with you, not how they work with me. And that is okay. And get into the energy and the habit that you do not have to be validated in your experience. You do not have to be validated in your experience. It happened. You saw what you saw. You heard what you heard. You saw that candle flame jump to high heaven. That part. Okay? So stop thinking that what you experienced, if nobody confirms it didn't happen. Oh, it happened, love. He said that part. It happened. It absolutely happened. You heard what you heard. You saw what you saw. Your dream was your dream. Hey, sis. And that's okay. Because we're going to be experiencing more, seeing more this year than we have before. There is no coincidence that they had a whole briefing, about other things that were coming out of the sea. They can't hide it no more. Stuff is just coming. It's here. So that leads me into my next point, which is to make sure that you are doing your protection work. Any chance you get, add some protection. It's not going to hurt you. You need it this year. She said, absolutely. You need it daily. I don't care if it looks like you reading a psalm before you get up in the morning. I don't care if you keep a black candle burning. I don't care if you go get a name of the ancestor that was the most powerful warrior that would put anything and anybody down. If they mess with their family, get their name, talk to them every day. Put them in charge of your protection work. That's what I did. I know that's right. But you want to do it every day. Every day. You don't want to leave your house uncovered. You don't want to leave your house uncovered. When it's raining in your town, pray over your house. It's a spiritual bath for your home. Can it be cleansed? Can it be removed of any negative energy? Can arguments be gone? Can all of these things be gone? Utilize everything in 2026. Every day, sometimes multiple times a day. I know this, right? Because what? Things are happening and they're happening quickly. The other thing you were saying, mind blown, about the rain and the spiritual bath for your house. It is really, and it works. Talk to your house. There's a reason why in all the fairy tales, they said that the witches' houses were alive. Because your house has spirits that came with it, that were there before you moved in, unless it's a new construction. I know, right? Never thought of that. I remember when Spirit dropped that in my spirit, and I was like, what? It was pouring down rain. I mean, pouring down rain. And Spirit was like, why you not praying blessings over your house? And I was like, what? I didn't think about that. Especially the materials of the house, like the wood, the bricks. Exactly. Get to know who's in your house. New construction probably still have spirits in it because of the land. You're absolutely right. Get to know who's in your house. I know who's here. I know who was here before I got here. We talk frequently. When things need to be done or when there's storms in the area. Because the trees around my house, I feed them. Water, liquor. We have conversations while my daughter's playing. To the point that she's starting to talk to trees and I'm like, girl, don't take that to school. Don't tell your teacher your mama talking to the trees. Just keep that to yourself. Give that to yourself, right? We don't need no phone calls, okay? But I do. I talk to them. I talk to the trees. I leave little offerings. Like we have a bunch of rabbits. So like I may leave apples. I may leave little things out at night after everybody went to bed and I drop them. And in the morning they're gone. So whether it's the raccoons, the rabbits, the whomever, the birds, they getting it, right? The tree told me. I know that's right. Because, you know, they tell it all to their teachers. Man, I can imagine the things you've heard. That's why, like, certain things, she just will not know until she has the gift of discernment. Because at 5, she has the gift to tell it. And we're not here for that. I used to talk to a tree when I was younger, and my family encouraged it, yeah. And it comes in handy. Like, when there's a storm or tornado or, yeah. You could say, protect this house, hold this house down, hold me down to this land, protect my things. Yes, working at this job, they tell all the tea. I bet. Yeah, kids they're just talkative. So, yeah. So that's the things when it comes to getting to know your spirits, the spirits of your house. Talk to them. Ask your house what its name is. Ask your apartment what its name is. Because I asked it. I didn't name my house. I asked my house, what is your name? And she told me. And so when I'm doing certain things, she makes certain adjustments and accommodations. Case in point, last year my mother had to move in with me, right? We are not in the same belief system, okay? And so I asked the house, I was like, I need you to make room so that she feels comfortable, but I also need you to protect me and what I'm doing so that we don't clash. Make room, set the environment, and she's done so. I always put my phone against my ear like I'm on the phone all the while I'm conversing with nature. That's a beautiful, smart thing to do. Bluetooth, anything, because everybody's always on a phone, right? So talk to your house. Get to know the name of your house. Ask what spirits are in your house. Ask them what their assignments are, okay? Ask them what they do. Do they make sure that the fixtures and the lights work? What do they do, right? And so you can start to talk to things by name. Same thing with like your spirit guides. Get their names. I'm going to start doing that at the store. My guides be chatty. Yes, definitely do that at your store. Y'all can even do that at your jobs. Just a little free writing. Who's here? Supervisor getting on your nerves? Can you put this in order? Can you get this coworker off my back? Can you make this person not want to be here anymore? I used to do that in college when I was walking to class. I would pretend I was on the phone. Yeah. Sometimes I just don't care and be talking out loud. I know, that's me, Huber. Like, I have to really watch myself because my daughter would be like, who are you talking to? Yourself, huh? You're talking to yourself again. Yes, I am. I'm going to talk to myself again. My husband's used to it, so he don't pay me no mind. But she's still trying to figure out what's going on over here. But yeah, this is the year that we're utilizing everything. There was a guy who made a post last year, and he said, I've done it the Muggle way. It didn't work. I'm using magic for everything this year. And I said, I know that's right. Everything. That bill is past due. You don't have the money, put it in the freezer. That person's working your nerves and won't keep your name out there. Put them in your shoe. We're using everything, especially if I know another language they don't. That part. I did that with Miss Pam and got a promotion. Yes, you did. I remember that. You put her in her shoe and you definitely got promoted. I remember that. I need to up my magic this year. Yeah, I'm doing it for everything. Everything. I just got off the phone with one of my close homegirls and talking about like when parents are the problem and you're trying to raise your parents. Talk to your great-grandparents or grandparents on the other side. They're older than them. Be like, help me put him in check. You don't have to clash. Use your friends on the other side, okay? Start using this to your benefit. Your practice should help to promote you. Your practice should help. Yeah, it should help. Walk them down. I know that's right. Whew, I tell on them to the ancestors all the time. You and me both, girl. You and me both. I be like, come get her. Come get her. Because I'm not going to be disrespectful. But that's your child. Go fix it. Go fix it. That's your kid. Go fix it. But that's what we're doing this year. That's what we're focused on, right? Is utilizing all our tools. So back to the beginning, we were talking about using your imagination. Your imagination is God. Your imagination is how you bring things in, right? You imagine it, you assume it, you feel it. Now it's going to start pulling in. Practice that, practice that, and practice that. That's how you bring things in quicker. That's how you get it in quicker. It's not hard, and it's not rocket science. It's not new. People have been doing this for ages, but a lot of times people were taught against it. Like, you're sitting in school and the teacher's like, stop daydreaming. No, you need to daydream when you can. You need to let your nervous system know I've received it. I keep seeing it, so it had to have happened already, right? So that's what we need to do all this year. Here we go. They always want you to verify something. It is I. But yeah, That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing all year long. All year long. Got told to stop procrastinating. Yeah, same. And it isn't even that you're procrastinating a lot of times. It's you have so much to do that you're like, I don't know where to get started. So then you're just stuck in freeze mode. Because it's not that I don't want to do it. I just don't know which one to do first. And so I'll just sit here till I figure that out. Do you guys have any questions for me before we end the live today? Yes, thank you, Art by Marie. Today's a 1-1-1-1 day. Great day for manifesting, and it's a Sunday. Oh, thanks, Carbon 12. I'm going to talk about that. As a manifester, I have to honor my periods of rest before initiating again. Absolutely. That's very important. I'm so glad you said that. You should not be manifesting all the time. You have to allow the energy to catch up and allow yourself to rest. A mixture of both for me. Don't want to, too. Yeah, sometimes we just don't want to. But yeah, I have, Carbon 12 was reminding me about my 6 weeks of pure magic. That's starting I think it's next Friday or Saturday, whenever the 17th is when it starts. And it's 6 weeks of me teaching conjure, like directly to you. And if you are interested in that, you can fill out the jot form. Okay, so yeah, next Saturday, it starts next Saturday. You can fill out the form application in my link tree, because there's only gonna be 5. I got 2 people already. And so there's only 3 more spots, because we're going to be literally creating a book of shadows, a living energy entity, and working on actual spells, rituals, like directions, energies. I mean, down to telling you what days of the week, what planetary hour, all of the things that you need to do to make these things happen. So if you are interested in doing 6 weeks of pure conjure and working, head on up there and fill it up. If a ritual says that you have to do something at sunrise, but you're already at work at sunrise, that is a good question. I'm going to answer that. And what suggestions do you have when you have to light a candle? Okay, so if they say sunrise, right, that means when the sun is coming up. Our people used to work the clock. Okay, so they didn't do things necessarily by a planetary hour. They didn't have time for all of that. They needed it right now, so you work the clock. When the hand is moving up, that's your sunrise. When the hand is going down, that's your sunset. So if you need to do something when the hand of the clock would be going up. If you need something to be pulled away, you do it when the hand is going down, okay? Suggestions when you have to light a candle. Okay, so first thing you're going to want to do is you want to cleanse that candle every single time. I don't care if it's smoke, Florida water, putting it under a sink of cold water and then letting it dry off, holding the candle, praying over the candle, removing all negative entities and energies. If you can, if this candle is for you, it's something for you personally, you can take that candle and rub it all over your person, and say that you are now standing in proxy for me, and then tell the candle what its job is, and then light it. But yeah, if you guys really want to get into the work, honey, go ahead and fill out the application. It does cost, but there's payment plans for everything, because your girl is a payment plan girly. I love a payment plan. So definitely go up there and fill that out. If I have to light a candle along with the ritual at sunrise, but I'm at work. That's what I was saying. So if you have to light a candle at sunrise, you work the clock, not the sunrise. The ancestors used to work the clock. When you need something at sunrise, it's when the clock hand is going up. When you need something at sunset, you do it when the clock of the hands are going down. Do you understand what I'm saying? Well, it's not about sunrise and sunset, it's the clock. Hand up, sunrise, hands down, sunset. So you could do it at any point during the day if the hands are going up. Up, drawing in, down, release. Thank you. Okay, yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, anytime you can't do it planetary wise, work the clock. Works just the same. So yeah, 6 weeks of conjure and pure magic. Go fill out the application. When I tell you we're going in, when they come out of this 6 weeks, they're not gonna need me. Not for no spell work this year. They may call me and be like, hey, I want to talk about something, but you're not gonna need me for no work once you take this. You're just not. That is my goal this year, is to give y'all everything that you need so that you can do things yourself. It's great to be like, okay, I'm gonna book with Keisha just because I like talking to her, and I think I just need a little bit of insight. But to know how to do that thing, I want y'all to know how to do it yourselves. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm very excited because I've been wanting to do this for a long time, but my spirits wouldn't let me. And I got their permission. It's up. It's on and popping. I'm about to tell them everything. So there's only 3 seats left. So you guys can go check that out. And it's for 6 weeks. Oh, I would love to have you. Definitely go look at it. Take a gander. Take a gander. And employing y'all's people and y'all's heritage and how your people did it. It's going to be dope. But anyway, I love you guys to the moon and back. Remember to take care of yourself. Get your protection work up. Use your magic for everything. That's how I'm going to start ending all the lives. Thank you. It's use your magic for everything. Okay? I love you guys. Y'all be safe. Listen to your intuition. I love you too. And I will talk to you guys next week. Same time, same place. Y'all have a good one. Love y'all. Bye.